In this video, we will learn about bank reconciliation statement. This is the new chapter which we will start today, that is bank reconciliation statement. First of all, what is the meaning of bank reconciliation statement? The bank reconciliation statement, as we have studied in the previous chapter, that is the various subsidiary books we have discussed, and therein we have also discussed about cash book. In the subsidiary books which we have discussed about cash book, and we have also discussed about the double column cash book in the chapter, wherein there were two columns, one for cash and other for the bank. There were two columns in the cash book. Let us first of all draw the format also. Small cash book format is there. That is double column cash book. Double column cash book. This is credit side. This is the debit side. First is the date, then receipt, cash column, and then bank column. Here is the date, payment, cash, and bank. The folio column I have not drawn. One folio column is also there, just before cash column. Now we are discussing regarding this. There is a cash column and bank column, cash column and bank column. All the bank related transactions are recorded in the bank column. All the bank related transactions are recorded in the bank column. And cash related transaction in the cash, bank related transaction in the bank column. So in bank reconciliation statement, when we will be discussing the balance, in the bank reconciliation statement, when we will discuss the balances, then we will be discussing of this bank column only. Now one more important thing to be noted is that when debit side is moved, it is known as debit balance. Debit balance. When debit side is more, it is known as debit balance. When credit side is more, it is known as credit balance. Credit side more means credit balance. This also we know that credit side is more, it means credit balance. If debit side more, means debit balance. Now suppose this side is more. This is the debit side. This is the debit side. So this side is excess. Then this one. It will be known as debit balance as per cash book. Debit balance as per cash book. It will be known as debit balance as per cash book. Whenever we will be discussing balance as per cash book in bank reconciliation statement, whenever we will be saying about or discussing about cash book in the bank reconciliation statement, it will refer only to the balance regarding the bank column. It will refer only to the balances of the bank column, not the cash. It will not be related. Whenever we will discuss in the bank reconciliation statement the balance as per cash book, then here the cash book will refer to only the balance of the bank column only. This is to be kept in mind very clearly. Next, suppose the debit side is more. Debit side is more means receipt side. Payment side is the credit side. Payment is the credit side. If debit side is more means receipt is more than payment. Receipt is more than payment, then it will be considered as positive balance. Suppose our bank balance on the receipt side is say 1000. On the payment side, suppose it is say 800. Suppose in the double column cash book, the receipt side of the bank column is showing 1000 as receipt, and payment side of the bank column, that is the cash book column in the bank column, it is showing as 800. So the debit side is more. Here the debit side is more by 200. Debit side is more by 200. So it will be known as debit balance of rupees 200. So it will be considered as positive balance. Means we have positive balance. We have more balances in the bank than we have withdrawn. Means we have deposited 1000, 10,000 and payment of rupees 800 has been made. Still we have 200 balances left in our account. So it will be considered as positive balance as per cash flow. Now suppose the balance as per cash flow. Now here the receipt side is say 1000. Payment side is showing as 1800. Means you have deposited 1000 in the bank but you have made payment worth rupees 1800. So your balance is minus 800. Here your balance will go in negative. Here your balance will be in negative. Now since the credit side is more, than the debit side, it will be considered as credit balance as per cash flow. Credit balance as per cash flow. Now one more thing is to be kept in mind that in accountancy we do not mention the negative amount with a minus sign, but it is written in bracket. The bracket it here refer to that the amount is in negative, that is it is having a credit balance. So when it is in minus, that is it has credit balance, it will be written in a bracket, and this will refer as a credit balance as per cash book, and credit balance as per cash book will refer to negative balance as per double column cash book. That is we have negative balance in the bank, means we have withdrawn more money from the bank than whatever we have deposited. We have deposited 1000 in the bank, but we have over withdrawn. It is also known as overdraft. Overdraft as per cash book. As per cash book. It is also known as overdraft as per cash book. Overdraft means you have withdrawn more money from the bank than whatever you have deposited. It is possible because it is possible to take more money from the bank as a loan than whatever you have deposited in the bank. So in case of bank column, overdraft is possible. So it will be known as credit. Either it can also be called as credit balance as per cash book or overdraft as per cash book. Means in both cases it will refer as the balance is negative. When debit balance is given, means positive balance. When negative balance is there, if credit balance as per cash book is given, it means negative balance. Or if overdraft as per cash book is given, then also it will be considered as negative balance. This is one thing regarding bank reconciliation statement. This is regarding cash book, but it will be kept in mind while preparing bank reconciliation statement. These terms will come into operation. Means we have to use these terms. That is why I am saying you have to learn this thing. What does debit balance as per cash book will mean? What the credit balance or overdraft as per cash book will mean? Moreover, when balance as per cash book is given, while we are discussing bank reconciliation statement, then only it will refer to the bank column only. It will refer to whenever it is mentioned that balance as per cash book in bank reconciliation statement, then it will refer to the bank column as per double column cash book. This is one thing. Now, generally what happens? Is the balance when we deposit. Suppose we are going to deposit a check of rupees 1000 in the bank. So the bank will also, we will have an account in the bank also. The bank will also have an account. It is also known as passbook. The record which we make in the cash book, we maintain the record. The cash book is maintained by us. Cash book is maintained by the cashier or the accountant, by the firm, by the people of the firm. And the entry in the passbook is made by the bank only. Entry in passbook is made. Entry is passbook by bank. Is made by the bank only. Entry in the cash book is made by the people of the firm or the accountant or the cashier of the firm, and entry in the passbook, this is a passbook, here the entry will be made only by the bank. Although this passbook is kept by us, by the organization, the organization will keeping the passbook. This passbook is also known as bank statement also. This passbook is also known as bank statement also, and this is available with the bank only. All the record will be made in the passbook by the bank only, or sometime in case of you can say companies, the passbook nowadays are not issued. Instead of the passbook, whenever we want the record, whatever the bank has made entry in our account, we have to go to the bank and obtain a bank statement. We can obtain a bank statement from the bank, means whatever entry the bank has made in its record, that will be made available, and whatever the entry the bank makes in its record, that is known as bank statement. Now there are differences. The balance as shown by our cash book, that is the bank column of cash book, and the balance as shown by the bank statement are generally different, are sometimes different. So in order to reconcile the balance, in order to tally the balance or make the balance equal, a statement is prepared. In order to generally the bank balance as shown by the cash book, this is maintained by us, and the same record whenever we are making banking transaction or transaction through check, the bank also makes an entry in its record. The record by the bank regarding our bank transaction and the record which is maintained by us in the double column cash book in the bank column, that differ. The balances of the both that differ. Sometimes it may be equal, sometimes it may differ. In order to find out the differences, generally there is difference. In order to find out the differences, a statement is prepared, and the statement in which the causes of the difference is mentioned. The statement in which the causes, what are the causes for which there is a difference in the balance as per cash book, that is the bank column of cash book, and the balance as per bank statement or the balance as per passbook. The causes, the differences, the causes, it is mentioned in a statement. That statement is known as bank reconciliation statement. Bank reconciliation is the statement which reflects the causes of the difference between the balance as per cash book and the balance as per passbook. This is known as bank reconciliation statement, and the format we will discuss in this chapter itself. What is the format of the bank reconciliation statement? Now, the bank reconciliation statement can be drawn. The bank reconciliation statement can be started with the balance as per passbook or balance as per cash book. The bank reconciliation statement can be drawn with the balance as per cash book as well as the balance as per passbook also. Let us discuss it. The format of the bank reconciliation statement. Bank reconciliation statement. Two columns are to be drawn. Particulars plus amount minus amount. Now, the debit balance, the positive balances will be written in the plus column. Negative balances, the negative balance will be written in the minus column initially. The bank reconciliation statement can be prepared with the help of both the balance as per cash book or the balance as per passbook. The closing balances are taken here. The closing balance as per cash book or closing balance as per passbook is to be written. Whatever is given in the question, accordingly we have to write it. Suppose the balance as per cash book is given. So, first of all we will write balance as per cash book. Now, the balance as per cash book, if it is given, then we will always consider this as a positive balance. If it is given in the question that balance as per cash book, we will always consider the balance as positive balance. If it is given that debit balance as per cash book, if it is given debit balance as per cash book, debit balance, the short form of debit is DR also. If it is given in the question debit balance as per cash book, it will be also considered as positive balance. Just now I have done to show you, if the debit side is more, it is known as debit balance, and the credit side is more, it is known as credit balance. So if it is given debit balance as per cash book, means debit side of cash book is a receipt side. That I have also said, this is the receipt side and this is for the payment side in case of cash book. So receipt side is more than payment. I have written here 1,800. You have received this much amount and you have paid 800. Means still you will have some 200 rupees as a balance. That I told you just now. That now in this case, in debit side is more, it will be considered as debit balance. So there will be, it will be written as debit balances per cash book, or it will be simply written as balance as per cash book. If nothing is given, we will always assume it as positive balance. So debit balance as per cash book, if nothing is given, we will write it in the plus column. Now, the various things which are to be added are mentioned. Now, what are the things which will be affected? And lastly, we will find balance as per passbook. If we start with the balance as per cash book, we will end with the balance as per passbook. This is the rule. If we start with the balance as per passbook, we will end with the balance as per cash book. Now the various things which are to be added. What is to be kept in mind, that what is to be added and what is to be deducted. Just only you have to keep in mind one thing. What has been the balance which we have to find out is balance as per cash passbook here. Balance as per cash book is given, it means we have to find out the balance as per passbook. Now whatever you have to keep in mind, that you have to keep in mind that what has happened in the passbook. Whatever has happened in the passbook, accordingly we will be also writing here. If there has been an addition in the passbook, we will write in the plus column. If there is a deduction in the passbook, we will be writing in the minus column. That is the rule that we have to follow. Assuming that, suppose it is given, one example we are taking. Check issued of rupees 1,000, not presented for payment. Not presented for payment. Now this is the question. Suppose this is a transaction, this is a statement which is given. Check of rupees 1,000 has been issued to a party and not presented for payment. Now what will happen? See, this is a double column cash book. Say cash book. Now we are preparing here only the bank column. I am drawing here the bank column only. See, this is the bank column only. This is for the receipt side. You know receipt, and this is the payment side. That the credit side is payment and debit side is receipt. Now, if check is issued, what happened? What we write in the cash book? In the cash book, if you are issuing a check, it means you are paying someone. If you are issuing a check, it means you are paying someone. So we will be writing here in the payment side. 1,000 we will be writing here. 1,000 we will be writing that 1,000 has been paid. 1,000 as per our record. We will be writing this in our record that 1,000 we have paid, because we have issued a check, means we are paying through check 1,000. So we will be showing as a deduction. But the person to whom the check was given, he did not encash the cash. He did not get the check encashed. Means the person did not go to the bank for, you can say, encashing. means the check means the amount will not be withdrawn from the bank. Means the amount has not been withdrawn. So in the bank statement there will be no withdrawn will be showing. Means our bank balance will be showing some excess of 1000. Because although we have shown a deduction, we have shown a payment of rupees 1000, but the person who have got the check, he did not go to bank to collect the money from the bank in place of that by presenting the check. So the check has not been presented. If you do not go to the bank and present the check, you will not get the money. It means our bank balance will not decrease. So if our bank balance will not decrease, then our passbook, that is the whatever the passbook, or you can say bank statement will show positive balance. 1000 more the balance will be showing. Because the amount has not been withdrawn, so the passbook will show some excess balance 1000. So in this case, we will be writing here on the positive side, means there will be addition. Means check issued, we will be writing here check issued not presented for payment. Not presented for payment. Check has been issued, but it has not been presented for payment. And what has happened in the passbook? There is an addition. Means actually in our book, in our cash book, there is a deduction, but there is no deduction in the passbook. So what is showing in the cash book? There will be 1000 will be showing extra in the passbook. So we will be adding. There will be 1000 extra should be showing in the passbook. That is why we will be writing it here on the positive side. That check issued but not presented for payment. Now this is one scenario. Now let us discuss one more transaction. Direct deposit by customer rupees 1500. One customer has deposited directly in our bank account 1500 rupees. Direct deposit by customer rupees 1500. One of our customer has deposited 1500 in our bank account. Directly he has deposited. So now since we are not knowing that the person has directly deposited 1500 in our bank account, so we will be not knowing, so we will not be making entry in our cash book. There will be no receipt. 1500 will not be reflecting in our account because the person has directly deposited in the account. So in the receipt side of the cash book there will be no entry. 1500 will not be reflecting in our account, but our passbook will be showing some 1500 extra amount will be showing. There will be some extra amount will be showing that 1500 is extra. So what is happening in the passbook? There is an addition in the passbook of 1500. So what has happened in the passbook? There is 1500 addition. So we will be again writing on the plus side, that is direct deposit by customer. Direct deposit by customer. It can be possible. Now let us see one more transaction. Transaction can be, let's say, assume bank charges. Bank charges 150 assuming. Since the bank is providing various benefits to us in the form of providing some current account facility that bank has provided, so bank charges for the facility which the bank provides to us. In this case, the bank deduct regularly some fixed amount from our bank for providing the various facilities to us. Suppose the bank has charged 1500, means there will be a deduction from our passbook of 150. 150 bank charges, means bank will be charging from us, means bank will be deducting 150 from our account. But bank has deducted 150 from our account, but it will not be showing in our cash book because we are not knowing that the bank has deducted 150 in our account from our account. So in our account there will be no payment of 150, payment will not be there. In the payments of the cash book there will be no deduction will be showing. But in the passbook what will be showing? There will be a deduction of 150. Since in the passbook 150 deduction has been made and we have to find out the balance as per passbook. So what has happened in the passbook? There is 150 deduction. So here in this case also we will be writing 150. On the minus side we will be writing bank charges. In this way, the balancing figure we will calculate. the balancing figure, whatever the balancing figure comes, that will be considered as balance as per passbook. That will be the balance, it will be considered as balance as per passbook. This is all about bank reconciliation statement. Once we start doing the question, you will get to have a better idea of how to solve question regarding related to bank regarding to this bank reconciliation statement.